Good morning, and welcome to this week's edition of the Sunday Morning Bagel. I'm Dr. Marc Allan Feldman, Libertarian candidate for President of the United States. I go over this week's news just briefly from a Libertarian perspective. First lead story is graduation rates rise, a fear diplomas fall short. Somehow they find that greatly increasing government support for education and giving more education to all and guaranteeing that everybody as much as possible can graduate has led to a lowering of standards and a lowering of value. This is totally predictable. It's just the way economics work. People are always far more careful with their own money than with other people's money. And the reason to get an education is not because someone else is paying for it, but because of a passion for learning. It's a shame in so many areas the improvements in technology has led to such great changes, and yet we still educate our kids the same way they were hundreds of years ago. Makes no sense. Mob killing and flawed justice. Trial in Afghan women's public death gave an illusion of due process. The tormented final hours of Farkhunda Malazada, a 27-year-old aspiring student of Islam accused of burning a Quran in a Muslim shrine, shocked Afghans across the country. Well, Afghanistan has serious social problems. Certainly there's great hope and opportunity for improvement. But one point that I think is important is that the problems in Afghanistan are not caused from a lack of U.S. military involvement. It's time that we support improvements in social organization around the world by serving as an example of freedom and limited government, personal responsibility, and caring for one another on a private, voluntary basis. This is the best we can do for the world at large. Anxiety aside, New York seems a crime decline. Even though people are more and more concerned and fearful, we see the crime is lower, maybe lower than it's been in a long time. The police department reported another 2% decline as measured by 7 major felonies that are tracked by the FBI. So if crime is becoming less, why are people becoming more and more fearful? Because our political leaders use fear, just as they use hatred, taxation, war. All these are methods to control the population and to control our resources. We need to develop more tolerance, feelings of security, safety, and personal responsibility to take power back to the people. This issue is coming from Silver Spring, Maryland. I'm visiting my parents just outside Washington, D.C. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.